From Namibia to New Zealand, people came from all over this year to Unbound Gravel, and I enjoyed talking to a lot of them about their bikes and why they set it up the way they did. I spoke to people from a few different countries who were doing the 200 for their first time. I spoke to Dr. Meg Fischer, who's already done the 200 5 times. I spoke to a few people doing the XL. I thought I had the bike of the winner, Rob Britton, in the bag, because I was staying at the same house with him, the Schwalbe house. But the guy was not only quick on the bike, he was quick to clean and pack his bike, and when I got back from doing the 100, he had already packed it away. So, sorry Rob, that will have to wait for another year. I did catch a few people who did the XL though, however, including the woman who ended up second, Serena Bishop Gordon, in her first attempt at the monster 360-mile distance, a guy named Ted King, and Owen Vermeulen. The ride is supported this year by the Cyclist Lawyer, legal advice for cyclists by cyclists. Now, let's go talk to some folks about their bike setups at Unbound Gravel 2025. Dr. Meg Fischer, great to see you. How are you? What are you riding?
I'm living the dream.
Okay.
I'm here riding the Super 6 Evo made by Cannondale, carbon frame. I'm also riding mountain bike gearing by SRAM, but I got an ovalized crank chainring all the way from Poland. Since I have one leg, having an ovalized chainring makes it just a little bit longer for me to use my strong leg to apply force, a little bit less of a dead space.
How long have you been riding the oval ring?
This will be my first race on it.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it.
Have you noticed a difference?
A little bit.
Yeah.
When I raced for the national team, my time trial bike, I had ovalized chain rings. And so it just came to me that why don't I have one on my one by? Like, why have I waited so long to do that? I kind of thought that the hologram and the AI spacing would make it like too many hurdles. But I found a company in Poland who does that, and I was like, I know it works for me. I know the physics is there. It's just science. Everybody's body, our legs don't work in perfect circles. Like, we're just not meant to do that. We can do it, but we can maximize the force we apply on the chain by having an ovalized chainring.
You've done the 205 times now.
Yes.
Gotcha. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of Unbound. This year you're doing the 100. I'm looking forward to riding with you there.
We're gonna ride together?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna try to. I'm
gonna try to stick to you like glue. Stick to you like Kansas peanut butter mud.
I'd love to have you tell me about how the cleat works on your prosthetic.
Oh, 100%. Let me step in front.
Clipping in and out with that.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So, I had a friend make me a custom prosthetic leg for cycling. So this is a carbon pylon that you can get mass produced, and then what he did, you can kind of see the layup, the wet layup of carbon over top of it. So we spent some time trying to decide where the cleat needed to be placed. So if you watch me stand, it's kind of closer to my heel, or the instep of my right foot.
Yes.
What you can't quite tell is that this pylon effectively makes it longer than my right leg. So my left leg is longer. I ride a 165mm crank arm on the left and a 170 on the right. So shorter on my left side and a little bit longer on my right.
And on your right is the cleat more?
It's typically placed.
So that's a normal,
just a typical cleat placement. Right through the metatarsal arch area. And I use a SBD or a look cleat on this, partly because dual entry, I use look pedals. I do set the tension a little bit lower. But it's just like everyone else. Oh, interestingly, so like we can do pivoting. Like our knees do a little bit of shift in rotation, as does our hip and our ankle. We kind of do that pronation, supination with our foot ankle that allows us to use spring tension pedals quite easily. I can't do any of that here, so that's partly why
There's no ankle to rotate.
So I found that spring tension to be a lot easier than a lot of other pedals I've tried. And so to get on, it's just like you. And then I get in. I can't twist in. I can't internally rotate, because when you're in your hip, I can't provide that force, but I can basically abduct my hip. Externally rotate and abduct my hip, which allows me to break the tension to get in and out. I keep on my foot just a little bit of effectively toe area so that I can walk. Because when I stand normally, you can see my cleat doesn't hit the ground.
Yeah.
And this is how I walk through the mud.
Does you put in like any lube on the cleat or something for mud? Do you have any mud shedding strategies, or you just suck up and deal with it like the rest of us by cursing and laughing our way through?
Just like everybody else who uses cleats. I mean, in the wintertime I get ice stuck in it. In the summertime I can get mud stuck in it. So I do leave some clearance between the kind of the walking pad and the cleat so that I can clear some mud and muck out of it.
Well, hopefully neither you nor I will be walking at all tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Thanks for the walkthrough, Meg. Good
Quite
to see
literally, yes.
Are you road pedals ride or die, or is that going to
no,
depend
because
on...
I should give a proper introduction of myself actually.
Please
first.
do.
So my name is Alex Miller. I'm riding for SWAT Club. I'm come from Namibia. I don't think many people will know where that is, but it's just north of South Africa. And it's my first time racing Unbound, the 200 obviously. And getting a little bit nervous, but I think there'll be a lot of nervous people. And to answer your question about the road pedals, I come more from the mountain biking background, so for me I feel the road pedals are, for the longer distance, are a little bit more comfortable, but for me it's a personal thing because I have a bit of a leg length discrepancy, and so on the road pedals I have one stack height or one stack on my right shoe, and it's kind of difficult to do that with the mountain bike pedals as well. I'm a bit nervous to switch and then maybe mess up my knees or something like that. So
Sure.
It might be I'm probably going to have to find a stick or something to keep in my back pocket if it stays muddy. So.
And how do you feel being from a mountain bike background about having a double ring up front? Is that a preference, or is that just what the team bike spec is?
So the team bikes we're sponsored by Shimano, and currently we don't have the new one by system yet, unfortunately, because personally I am a one by fan coming back from the mountain biking. So it's been okay. I mean, I've had one or two issues, but it seems to be all working well, and I think for the race on Saturday it's quite flat, so I think the double chaining will be maybe a bit more efficient, so we'll see.
Okay. One last question for you, sir. On the chain, oil or wax?
Chain, I'm still old school chain oil. I need to get a chain wax sponsor, then maybe it'll be wax chains from then on.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Paul, I've got some cool stuff on your bike. What is going on with the Dynaplug and multi-tool holder there?
Yeah, so that's something which Rosa made on my request. I asked them to print something for easy access for my Dynaplug and also my multi-tool in case I need to fix something on the bike. And because I don't like to use saddlebags, and as there's no frame storage, I find that a pretty nice solution to get easy access to the hopefully not needed bits.
Yeah, it's nice and clean. So this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What's the significance of...
So this, and then also on the back here, it's just family related, so
yes.
Has no meaning to someone who doesn't know it. So it's basically just for me.
Just for you, okay.
Just for me, yeah.
Now this is another cool 3D printed thing.
Yep.
Is that something Rose also made for you?
Yeah, exactly. I also asked them to have an easy access cartridge holder, and it's perfect. You don't need any rubber or anything. You can really just pull it out. And I was racing with it already quite a lot, and no cartridge fell out. And it's also nice because as soon as you realize you got a puncture, you can take the Dynaplug off, and then also at the same time while riding, take these, and also you can exchange them. So I have some spare cartridges with me, and then I can just exchange them down there easily while riding. Yeah.
Please tell Rose I'd like to buy one of those, and I think they get some customers.
So I tried to convince them to just do a few of them and then sell them, because every time I show this bike, people ask me for them and where I can buy them. But yeah, they're not available. So, but maybe after this video, Rosa decides to like produce a few and then just sell them for the aftermarket. Yeah.
How many times have you done Unbound? Is this number 3 for you?
4.
Number 4. All right.
So far, I'm not being lucky.
maybe this is your lucky year. Good luck to you out there.
Yeah, hopefully. So.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay, thank you.
The cyclist lawyer, aka Andrew Phillips, is legal help for cyclists by a cyclist. He's got all sorts of great tips and tricks for us. Today we're talking about what common mistakes we as cyclists can make and how we can do better. Sir, what do we do wrong and what can we do better?
You have to share the road, right? And so as cyclists, we have our own responsibilities out there when we're on the road. We are traffic 2 abreast, not 5 abreast going up Lookout Mountain, right? So keep that in mind. If you're impeding traffic, even at 2 abreast, you gotta get back in a single file, let that traffic go. Act like traffic. If you're coming up to a stop sign, a stoplight, you gotta treat it correctly. We do have a little bit of variation on that in Colorado. If there's nobody else there, you can treat it a little bit differently. If you come up to a stop sign and there's nobody there, you can treat it like a yield sign, but if there is people there, you gotta stop. Put that foot down, wait your turn. Same thing for stoplights, just treat it correctly. So obey those laws.
One of the best ways to keep ourselves safe is start by being safe ourselves.
Right, exactly.
Andrew sponsors 40 events in Colorado and Utah, so there's a good chance if you live or ride in one of those 2 states, you'll see him out there, so stop in and say hello.
Great to see him. Hi, buddy.
Hey, David, welcome to Emporia and Unbound. Have you done this race before?
No, my first time here.
All right, which one are you doing?
100 miles.
You and I will be there. I'll be looking for your wheel. What's the bike of choice?
Yeah, I basically put my Crux, is work Crux. This is on a 2024. What I do have is on a red SRAM right train, 42 up front, and I have on a 13 on back.
Yep.
The tires, I think this is was my mindset. So I choose the Tracer, the Specialist Tracer, 45. So even for the mud days, maybe I will need to drop and prevent some damage with the frames and everything. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I think it is what it is,
Yep. What are you excited about and what are you worried about?
Oh, I am excited about the community. I think I am quickly new in this community, so gravel spirit is so good. I think that the spirit of the community is very great. So what is my expectation there is finish good and enjoy after the race.
Yeah, I like it. I see the Colombian flag here on your name tag.
I am from Colombia.
Where's home for you?
I'm from Colombia. I am living in Miami.
Okay,
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So huge people there, strong people there.
Yeah.
So I just try to improve myself.
Right on. Great to meet you. We'll look for you.
Thank you, man.
Race.
Thank you. I'm glad to catch you.
Emporia, Kansas, ahead of Unbound Gravel with New Zealander Caleb Botcher. How are you, sir? How was the first ride out there in the mud?
Good, thank you, Ben. Well, I know what we're doing this afternoon, and that's cleaning.
So tell us about your bicycle here. You got a Chapter 2, it's something we don't see too often up here in the States.
Chapter 2 is a boutique New Zealand brand, and this is their Kaha gravel bike. You can see here it's in the stunning sand paint job, so it actually looks quite cool when it's dirty. Nice cream colour, and then the dirty accents on top.
What sort of tire clearance are we working with?
So we're 50 in the front, 47 in the back, and I'm running the brand new Goodyear connector speeds on here in the 45. As you can see, nice and fast through the centre, and then a good side knob to hook up when you lean it over.
Still plenty of clearance up there. How about bar width?
I'm running the Envy Aero bar, so we're 37 out to 43, I believe.
You've got double ring set up?
Yeah. I quite like the road setup. So we're running a 50-34 on the front, and then a 34-11 on the back. So you get a 1-to-1 granny gear, and then plenty of range for the top end. Usually I like the road pedals on there, but I don't think we're getting away with that this weekend.
Who's the bearded man in the bottle?
The bearded man in the bottle is one of my greatest supporters, Central Bicycle Studio in my hometown of Palmerston North. They've been awesome bikes and set up through all my racing. And then we've got the ceramic speed to keep things running fast on there for race day.
All right, good luck to you out there, Caleb.
Cool, thank you, Ben.
All right, Serena, you have raced gravel over, you have taught gravel. You've never done the Unbound XL. What are you thinking, and what is the bike for this?
What am I thinking?
What are you
excited.
thinking?
I'm
What are you
excited.
thinking? Yeah.
It's going to be
How
an
you feeling?
experience. I'm feeling good.
Yep.
I'm going to be a different person when I cross that finish line. So, yeah, super excited.
Have you made any modifications to the bike to do this long distance, and if so, what?
So this bike was built specifically for this race. It's a custom titanium Seeker frame, so lots of clearance, super comfortable.
Quantified lots of.
Well, enough for 50s,
Okay.
but I'm gonna run 45s, I think.
Okay.
So this is the Schwalbe RX, 45 in the front, 45 in the back. I've got a transmission SRAM rear derailleur, Super Bomber, and running Easton wheels, Easton cockpit, Easton seat post, and a customizable reform saddle.
And a big old USC light.
Yeah, this is an exposure 6-pack, and I figure the better you can see, the faster you can go.
It's true to that. Tire choice is something we gravel nerds talk about endlessly, and everyone's going bigger, 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 bigger. Is 45 because of mud, or 45 because that is a sweet spot for you? I remember riding with you in Oregon Trail, and I felt like I could have used a tractor tire because I'm soft and delicate, and you were fine with skinnier tires. So, is it personal preference and or mud avoidance?
I think combination of both. I really like running 45s. I feel like I can get low enough tire pressure. It provides enough suspension, but they're also pretty fast. So I like them.
Well, have fun, be comfortable, be fast. We'll see you at the finish.
Thanks.
Thank you. Owen Vermeulen, good to see you, sir. Last time I saw you was in Colombia. Now here we are in Emporia.
Yeah, that's correct.
Where
Colombia.
you are getting ready to embark on some madness, the XL.
That is right. With the new inductee.
Mr. Maple syrup himself, Philip.
Creamy capital of the U.S. right here.
Tell me about your steed of choice. What's the setup you've got going on?
The setup is, just the old Canyon Grail. So it's the old Canyon Grail trail that has the RockShox Rudy on there.
Yep.
So it's nice so I can sit in this position over a lot of rough stuff and not have to get out of the bars. 50 mil, some RX. Got my good friend Swain Tuft, who gave me some VAP cycling bars. So these are just old, company made in Europe. Just old bar ends, like mountain bike bar ends with some blips at the top, but then they've got the crossbar so I can mount my lighting system there. And the Wahoo Ace. Yeah,
the Ace is a chunker, so you can...
Yeah, dude, tons of battery life on that. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I did a ride that was 18 hours, and there was like 63% battery left, and I had all the notifications going, everything going on it. And got home, 18 hours on, 62% left.
Nice big screen for navigation. I want to go back to the cockpit here because we've got a lot going on. So you've got your blips.
Yes, the blips up here. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not looking pretty, but it works really well.
As long as it gets it done, then you've got a double blast of lights.
Yeah,
do you run these both at the same time, or is this backup?
So what I'll do is I'll run one at high, one at second high, and then I'll swap it. So I've done some ultras before that means I've got the light does not slow me down. I can see, I can go full gas in the pitch black and it's fine. And then this just for seeing what I'm doing. And I've done that in the past. It's worked out really well.
And then a couple of
thanks to Swain to giving me these bars because they are sick. They're not the most light setup, but man, are they efficient.
Swain Tuft being the Canadian monster that he is. I like the little bacon chips taped on for extra security.
Yeah, my friend's company, HMPL. So just a little bag. Might not run this, will run this. The feed bottles, 4i power meter. I've switched the chainring. I did have a 48, but then I was worried about the clearance. It's tight on the chainstays, so I just dropped to a 46. Gives me a little bit more speed, a little bit more clearance there. So reform saddle. So this is the custom moldable heat saddle. So it's heat treated, custom moldable saddle. Actually, the guy, Seb Brewer, who won the XL last year, he has the same saddle sponsor as well. Yeah, they're great. I love them.
And I'm a fan of that post, that VCLS, VCLR. I always get the acronym wrong, but the split post.
Yeah, I do like it a lot. I also have the Grail, like, you know, thanks to Canyon helps me out. So I have the Grail as well, and I've got the 0 offset post.
Okay.
That's the split post, but I went with the setback one just because I'll be in this position a lot. Gives me a little bit more movement.
Right. Well,
So yeah, I'm happy about it.
good luck to you. Have fun out there.
All right, thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Owen.
Great, in a minute.
All right, cup or a cone?
The man, the myth, the legend, Ted King.
Hi there.
Ice cream entrepreneur, former winner of DK/Unbound, and now a recent inductee to the Gravel Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Got the pin to prove it.
The pin, the
jacket.
cutoff.
Yeah. Bam.
Yeah, this thing is, it's neat. It's, I attended the ceremony last year, and prior to that I was aware of the Hall of Fame, but in going to the ceremony and seeing how much passion and love and emphaticism there is, I was like, you know what, this is a really, really cool honor. So I was thrilled to get in.
Yeah, fantastic. Would you, this being a bike dork fest, would
Yes,
you indulge the bike dork in me and tell me about your bicycle for the XL?
Indulge you in my bike.
350-mile venture that you're embarking upon this.
So this is the Cannondale Topstone. This is a newly designed for 2025, featuring the Kingpin in the back, so a tiny bit of suspension.
You get proceeds on that Kingpin?
I know.
should.
I like to take credit for them giving it my namesake rear suspension. They claim it's not mine, but whatever. I'll assume they're incorrect. This bike comes offered with a lefty, but I'm going with a rigid fork. Lots of clearance. There's more clearance in this bike as opposed to the Super X, which was also re-debuted this year. Let's see, a couple things to talk about. One thing I really like about this bike over the Super X, which is, like I said, their sort of hella race bike, is you're up higher. This is a taller top tube, and in this day and age,
Taller head tube.
Head tube. Sorry.
Yep.
In this day and age where everything is all about getting aero, we've also seen through the Stefan Kuhns in the world, like when you're a tall individual and they have this much stack on their aero bars, like being up an aero, as long as you're comfortable and putting out power, is a huge benefit. So as much as I think it's an effrontery to style to have aero bars on a gravel bike, I love the comfort and feel of this bike.
Hydration in the pack, in the moose pack, not on the back.
I do not, on occasion, plenty of occasions I'll wear a hydration pack, but I'm pretty thrilled to have the hydration pack in this custom-made moose packs. If you need a custom-made moose pack, reach out to Matt Musa. He'll likely be able to help you out.
Speaking of things bucking the trends, all the kids are running the fat tires, the 2.1s, the 2.2s, the 2.25. Why not go as big as you possibly can?
Because it's filthy. My bike's dirty, and this is a clean bike ride today. Yeah, under normal circumstances, I'd probably run a semi-slick Rene Hurst 44 to 48, because I feel like there's almost an inevitability no matter what, you're going to collect mud, and then especially, I mean, yeah, the amount of rain we've had in the past 10 days is just stupid, quite frankly. So I got 44s. Even that is going to build up with quite a bit of mud. I don't know. I mean, okay, so like for mud shedding, I've dropped from a 48 tooth to a 44 tooth, and now I have a 42 tooth. Because there's so much mud that's going to clop up here, and then inevitably comes out and is pushing your chain. It's like, make sure you're, frankly, have the best drivetrain you can. So I'm running a Explorer rear, 42 front. I got the chain catcher on.
Oil or wax?
I'm waxed with some pocket lube for on the go.
All right. Thanks, Ted.
Hey,
have fun. Good luck.
I appreciate it. I hope you have a great time this weekend.
Thanks. So that's a wrap for my Unbound 2025 coverage. Thanks for watching. Also enjoyed chatting with many of you there in Emporia. I appreciate you coming up and saying hello. Thanks for your support. Now, I'll leave you to it. If the time of day is right, get out there on your bike and enjoy the ride.